Hello everyone. So when I got to know that I had to share my freshman year experience for the year in review project in the honors program, I decided to do something different, and that's why I'm making a video presentation because I've never recorded a video of myself before, and that is why I apologize for the mistakes I'm making or I would eventually make. Um, so I would like to share one significant event, challenge, and an experience I've gained here in the University of Cincinnati in my first year. And it has been really tough to narrow down to these one experience to a one to just one experience, challenge, or an event because I've been I've been exposed to an amazing time here since right from the first day at a UC. And okay, but yeah, so I would like to start with one significant event, and that is I attended the 29th annual Student Leadership Conference in January 2014, and I think it has been the most influential event I've ever been to. I did go to the event with expectations of learning about leadership skills and meeting leaders and talking about and just discussing about leadership notions and um, yeah, just meeting new people. But it's been a lot more than that. I the leadership sessions that I attended and the new leaders that I met have really changed my way of thinking and um, and the two most important things that I've learned from that event was time management, which I've always wanted to improve on, and I think I'm really getting better at this because of the conference. And the other thing is getting involved outside your comfort zone, just stepping outside your comfort zone and taking challenge. I know these are um, really common ideas that we talk about, but these ideas and concepts are very important for everyone, and that's why I'm really glad went and attended that conference. Um, yeah, and so what I would like to share about the time management, about time management that I've learned is we should think about time as money. We wouldn't want to spend money just like that, because we would obviously regret it, and because money is limited to us, right? It's it's very important for us to think about time in the same way. Time is very limited for us, and that is why it's our responsibility to not spend it just like that. So that's why it's up to us to spend the time on ourselves or studies or friends or family or other leisure activities. And from just from so when I got so when I attended the session about time management, I it really hit me when I realized that wait, I do spend my time into different activities, and that I don't realize that they aren't as important as I think. And that's why from that day I really started focusing on where I'm spending my time, on what activities, and what else could I do instead of doing that particular activity. I just like to say by I just like to um, tell you about the concept that our one day has 1,440 minutes, and these minutes are really limited. Once gone, they don't come back, and that is why it's really important for us to spend that that second very wisely. So this is something that I don't know, I think about it every time in whatever I do, and I think that's really helped me not get distracted into other activities. And yeah, it has definitely helped me with move on and progress with myself in my studies and other areas. Um, and yeah, the second thing that I learned from the conference was stepping out of my comfort zone and seeking challenge. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of discussion about going ahead and taking initiative and being proactive. But from the conference, I really I mean, I learned about um just I learned about it, just take about the fact that it takes a very small thought that which could enable us to experience a lot new things. I mean, when I went to the conference, the first thing before the keynote speaker Paul Wieselman started talking about leadership, he just asked how many of you guys are sitting with your friends, and I don't think you'll be surprised by knowing that many people were sitting with their friends and not new people. And that's when he was like, stand up and sit with someone you don't know. This is a very basic thing that he told us to do, but I think we can relate it to the different things that we do in life, that we tend to be comfortable with we what we've experienced before or what we know. But that is why it is very important for us to step out of that comfort zone and seek challenge, because that is only when we can experience new things, improve ourselves, maybe fail at times, but then learn from those failures. So yeah, so from that thought, every day many times I do doubt a situation or my ability, but that's when I'm like, but that's when I think that if I don't try right now, if I don't um move out of this comfort zone, out of this doubtful situation, how will I know if I have been good? I could be good at the particular activity. So so these two things really in really drive my thought process and everything I do, and that is why I think that the student annual leadership conference has been a very significant event in my freshman year. Um, Now I'd like to talk about a significant experience that I've gained. Um, and I think the homecoming parade that um, we had last October, the October in 2013, has been really significant for me, because I come from India, and so I'm an international student, and I had never experienced the homecoming parade before coming here. And I remember being all excited right in the morning, um, for the homecoming parade, because I didn't know what it was about. It's just that I had heard a lot from other people, and about other people gearing up for the parade, and um, that it's and I knew that it was very common U.S. cultural aspect of college and of school. So I so and it was on the second week of October, when on a Saturday, when I remember getting up early in the morning and it was drizzling, but I was so excited. I and my friend went and stood up in the parade, and we watched the parade move, and then many people with the parade band synchronizing the beats and music, and the tempo was so high. And that's when it synced in me that this this experience is so new. I mean, everything was so new for me, because before that I did not even know what homecoming was for. And yeah, and that's why I was so glad that I decided to study abroad in the US, and particularly in UC, because UC always has innumerable opportunities for its students. And yeah, so that experience was really significant, because that's when I got to know a lot about the US culture. And yes, even in the parade, I saw many of my friends marching, and then there was a club which was marching in the parade, called the UC Cultural Connections. And I had two friends in the club who were marching with different flags in their hands, like flag different flags of different countries like India, Japan, Korea, Brazil, and yeah. So it was really amazing looking at them. And one of my friend called me for the parade, and he said that, hey, come on, join us. And I and my friend joined him, and it was such an amazing experience walking with the whole group in the long parade, waving the flags out at people, and just listening to them supporting us, and just hooting and shouting out about UC and everything. It was an exhilarating experience, and I think it was a very proud moment for me when I got to hold the flag of my country, India, and I waved it out on the streets of Cincinnati. That's when I got a really good feeling of presenting my country over here in the US in UC, and that and I and then I realized that it's really important for me to do well over here because I do represent because I kind of had the feeling that I represent my country, and that's why it's really important for me to do well in academics, um, and the other non-academic areas, because so to make my parents, my country, my people, my friends proud, and that's why that parade was motivating, educative, and and obviously a fun experience for me, and that's why I think it's the most significant experience that I gained here in UC. Now I would like to talk about the challenging aspect that I've initially had to experience over here, and it's the shift from the education system in India to the education system in the college in UC college in UC in the US. So the education system in India is very different from here, from that of UC. Um, Back in India, we don't go by the system of GPAs and of GPAs and credit hours and um, yeah things like this. We follow the percentage system in which we give exams, and then whatever percentage we get, whatever grade we get, it's total up into a cumulative percentage, and that's the final grade and final understanding of your performance in academics. Whereas here in UC, I was exposed to a lot new different terms like, oh, you have credit hours that you need to complete to graduate, and um, then there's breadth of knowledge courses and free elective courses where in which you can do whatever course you like, or there are different majors and minors. You can shift from a major to another if you want to, and things like these were really confusing for me because I really had no idea what credit hours would mean, or what's good, if is it good to take too many credit hours or is it not. And that's why I think I think I mean it did take a lot of time for me to get adjusted to the education system, to to get a hang of what's expected out of me as a college student, and what I should expect for from the studies, from the exams, from the professors, from my peers. And that's why I think the educative aspect was a little challenging for me initially. So it did take like a month or two for me to adjust and learn about all of this. Yeah, I know it did take a lot of time, but I'm really better now, and I think, I mean, I'm obviously more experienced and educated because the year's closing, and um I've had a lot of help from I've had a lot of help and support from my advisors, peers, professors. All of them are really, really nice. And yeah, one other thing I loved about UC was everyone over here is so friendly and very supportive. And I never felt alienated or a person from another country, because because the international culture is very much supported here in UC, and I'm very, very grateful for that. Um, yeah, so these were the three things that I wanted to talk about initially, and and one and what the and what and this year has shaped me in a very, very beneficial and um, better manner. I've learned about managing my time well, because of the deadlines and assignments that we get. It just m- makes a person really be more good with the time management skills. And I've become more independent because this is the first time I've been on my own. So buying grocery and doing my assignments on my own, and doing being on my own, that this itself has been a very new and um helpful experience for me. And UC has been very supportive. UC International Services, and everyone over here, like I said before, are very supportive and nice. Um also um um I was um sorry, yeah. And then like this year, with every passing minute, and then with every passing experience, I think I've um gained wisdom and improved myself as a person, as a leader, as a friend, as a family member, because I've known a lot. I'm more wise about the different cultures in the world today. And I've always been a person who likes to know new things. That's why I think it has been really good, knowing these new, as in getting experiencing new cultures, languages, traditions, festivals, and everything over here in UC. So, and from now, at this point, my goals, I have many goals, and my first goal is going to be to graduate as a distinguished honors scholar from UC, for which I need to keep a good GPA of about at least 3.75 or above. And I think I mean, I do want to get more involved in the campus and UC campus, because um, yeah, I mean, I'm just learning more, and I want to get involved in the student government at UC. And yeah, also I definitely want to do the co-op programs that UC has to provide, because um classroom learning as well as real life experiences, as well as applying those classroom learning lessons to real life, is a very important notion for me. And yeah, so I think that the first year has been an eye opener, a first experience for everything, and I've learned so much about everything, about people, the weather, the honors program, the studies. I mean, the subjects, and I really look forward to more new experiences that UC has to provide, and grow myself as a better student, a leader, and um, essentially a person. And so this was what I really wanted to talk about the event experiences, challenges, and what I want to do from now on. I hope um, I hope the video was helpful. The video presentation was helpful, and I once again apologize for the mistakes and for the many moments that have happened throughout the video. Uh, and yeah, thanks for watching.